Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Blitzball Champ is back here with a brand new video here on the U to the 2. All right, week 8. Carolina Panthers have themselves a short week after just coming off of a loss against the Saints this past Sunday. But here we are, week 8, and the Panthers got to get right back to it with a Thursday night game against the Atlanta Falcons. Round 2, this time at home. Now, of course, we remember in the first matchup a couple of weeks ago, Carolina broke the curse and was able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta by a score of 23-16. So now here we are for round number 2. Carolina is back home for this second matchup against the Falcons. So let's discuss. So looking at the injury report so far, Christian McCaffrey has been designated to return. That's probably the biggest piece of news for the Carolina Panthers. Now, whether he plays in this game or not is still not determined yet. But I think it's at least safe to say that he will at least be ready to go for the Chiefs game, which is a very important game next week. But if he's able to play Thursday, that's cool. But I really don't think we'll need him this Thursday, especially considering we beat the Falcons the first time without him. You know, we can definitely do it again. But the main thing is don't rush the man back. We need Christian McCaffrey as healthy as possible for a chance to go on a run into the second half of the season, because we're going to need it. The schedule is about to get much, much tougher after this game. So we're going to need Christian McCaffrey at 100%. So I'm glad that he's back. Glad that he's designated to return. Glad that he's able to get some practice in. But please don't rush him back. We need him at 100%, not 99%, not 90%. We need him at 100 because we can't take any chances. Russell Okung and Zach Kerr didn't practice. But if need be, Greg Little and Trent Scott are ready to fill in the starting roles if they can't play. John Miller did return to practice. He was limited, but he did return. And Marquise Hayes and Efe Obada were full participants. So we'll have to see what these next few days brings with the squad and see who's going to be cleared to play. Because even though it is the Falcons and they're still at the bottom of the NFC South, this is still a division game, still to be taken serious. Another thing to note is the Carolina Panthers have made some releases. So they have released Seth Roberts, they've released Eli Apple, and I believe they released a Josh Hawkins, I believe. But yeah, those players all released. Eli Apple only played in the Saints game, didn't really do much. Seth Roberts hasn't really been targeted much. So, and I don't think Josh Hawkins was really used at all. But it does kind of make me wonder, are the Carolina Panthers gearing up to maybe sign a big name free agent or maybe make a trade for somebody? Week 8 is, the trade deadline week. So we'll have to see what Carolina decides to do, because they may be gearing up to make a big move. But we'll just have to see what happens with that. But anyway, on to this second time meeting with the Falcons. The ESPN matchup predictor has Carolina with a 55.7% chance of winning and a 44% chance that the Falcons will win and a 0.4% chance of a tie. Now, one of the things to note is that Dan Quinn was fired after our first meeting, and now Raheem Morris has taken over as interim head coach for the Falcons. Um, so, a couple of things to note. I believe this may be the game that Julio Jones returns, and that definitely changes some things. Because when you think about it, the Falcons were still able to run the ball with Todd Gurley and was still able to do something in the passing game with Calvin Ridley. Even though, Matt Ryan threw a pick, having both of your main targets back can definitely help with the outcome. So let's not sleep on the fact that Julio Jones may be ready and back for this game. And that's going to really be scary. It's going to be really scary with both Ridley and Julio out there. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So a couple of things. For the Carolina Panthers offense, like I said, they played well in the Saints game. Teddy Bridgewater was balling. Didn't throw any picks, took good care of the ball. He did great. For the most part, the offense did well, but it was just that high pressure situation near the end that they just fell apart where, offensive line gave up the sack and it came down to a 65-yard field goal attempt that almost went through, but it really just messed up a lot of stuff. So I think with Carolina on offense, just continue to execute. Main thing is continue to execute and drive down the field and score touchdowns. Field goals are okay, but we got to start really consistently getting touchdowns in the red zone. Especially, with this being an offense that can get to the red zone. They haven't had a lot of issues this season so far getting to the red zone. It's just capitalizing that they have been hit or miss with. So, hopefully they'll be able to do that. Get back to establishing a good run game. The run game got stuffed in the Saints game. So really hoping that Mike Davis and Trenton Cannon can really, really get something going in the run game this time. So the offensive line's got to really be on their P's and Q's in this game. Continue to give Bridgewater the protection he needs. And like I said, I have no doubt that DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel will make plays. So that's really all I have to say about the offense. Because like I said, if Christian McCaffrey plays, great. That's another option. But I don't think he will end up playing in this game. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he will. And if he's not 100%, don't chance it. Don't chance it. Because honestly, I'd rather have him 100% for the Chiefs game to at least give us some sort of a fighting chance than to not have him at all. So, now for the defense. Okay. I have a little bit of hope for the defense, being that the second half of the Saints game, they didn't give up a touchdown. So that gives me a little bit of hope for the defense. But main things they're going to have to do is going to have to stop the run and like I said, they have to worry about Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. So the secondary really has to be on their A game this time. And I don't know if Rasul Douglas is gonna be available for this game. I know we just let go of Eli Apple, but I mean, guys like Dante Jackson are gonna have to step up, and this may be where Troy Pride Jr. is gonna have to really step up. Um, Jeremy Chin, like the secondary is gonna have to really do well in coverage in this game. This is gonna be so key. And also, we got to get pressure on Matt Ryan. We really got to get pressure on Matt Ryan. Like, this is so key. So key. I mean, we sacked him twice, thankfully, in the first meeting. So they did pretty well in getting a little bit of pressure on Matt Ryan. But I feel like there's room that they can do better. So I'm just really hoping that they can get continuous pressure because honestly, the D line hasn't been consistent this season. They really haven't. They've been struggling. Um, if nothing else, the main thing for the defense is they need to get off the field ASAP every drive. Because I'm going to tell you right now, looking at the Carolina defense, just from all that they've done up to now, this is not going to be a defense that gets a lot of turnovers. I can tell you that right now. Me personally, this Carolina defense is not a defense that's going to get you a lot of turnovers this season. Plain and simple as that. But if they can get 3 and outs and get off the field ASAP, that's a win. That's a win for the defense. And I think that's something that is really going to be important. If they get the turnovers, great. But right now, this Carolina defense is every once in a blue moon occasion that they'll get a turnover. And it's not pretty, but when you're going up against teams and they're able to score on you every time, and you can't get off the field, that's a lot of wear and tear. That's a lot of wear and tear. So, if nothing else for the Carolina defense, get off the field as quickly as possible. Get pressure, get stops, and just get off the field. Put the ball back in your hands of the offense. The offense, it's clear that the Carolina offense is a lot stronger than the Carolina defense. So the defense really needs to do their best to get the ball back in the hands of the Carolina offense so that they can go to work and put points on the board. So if anything, I think a lot of pressure is going to be on the Carolina defense compared to the offense. So we'll have to see who really steps up in this game, especially with both Julio and Calvin Ridley. Could be dangerous. This could be a trap game. I hope that's not the case, but beware. Beware. Because at the end of the day, this is a division game. This is a division game. And right now, Carolina is 1-2 in the division. So it is key that they get this victory, improve the 2-2, because they're really going to need it going forward. Especially, we got the Bucks again, and we got the Saints again, and we got a whole lot of difficult teams coming up. I mean, the Chiefs, they're going to be insanely difficult. The Packers. We got a pretty tough schedule coming up. The Lions. The Lions beat us last year. So let's not sleep on the Lions. The Lions beat us the last time that we played them. So, but anyway, that's pretty much all that I have. Like I said, short week, Thursday night game, but I think the Panthers have a good chance at winning this and getting the sweep of the Falcons, something they haven't done in a long time. So they got a chance to sweep the Falcons and improve to 4-4. But yeah. What do y'all think? What do y'all think the keys to this game are? Do y'all see this as a simple win? Do you think this will be a much tougher meeting? Do you think Christian McCaffrey will play in this game? I personally don't think so, but I've been wrong before. But anyway, leave your thoughts, comments, likes, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram, and I will see y'all soon. Have a blessed week.